Hi, this is Sheree with Rehash Fiber. Today I'm going to tell you about a very special shawl. Welcome all fiber artists. All right, I have something great to tell you about. You may have seen where I've talked about making prayer shawls and God's work, our hands, which is part of the Evangelical Lutheran Church, where we do just that. So I've made it a special time of year for myself because September is the month that the church takes part in that, and that is all kinds of service. But I thought, well, my service is my craft. So I take this time of the year to make a shawl for somebody else. Now I came across this wonderful pattern and I have to show it to you. First of all, it is called On the Wings of a Prayer Shawl. It is designed specifically for being a prayer shawl. I found it on a blog called stitchandunwind.com. And in this blog, they have all kinds of free patterns and all variety of things. It is very much worth checking out. They are actually the official blog for allfreeknitting.com, allfreecrochet.com, and allfreecrochetafghanpatterns.com. So they just have a lot of great stuff. This shawl was designed by Jessica Anderson. And in the description, I just have to read little bits of it for you because it's very special. Have you ever wanted to help a loved one in need? Yes, we do. We have this craft. They go on to describe it just a little bit, but I like when it ends. She says, acting like a warm hug filled with healing prayers and loving thoughts. That is what I did. So when I was doing it, I did a little bit different this year. Last year when I made the prayer shawl, I knew the people at my church do special prayers over the shawl before they give it away. This year, I did some prayers while I was making it. It was really special. And it again will go to my church to be given away to somebody in need. And it was just really special to do. Now, one step further, I hand spun the yarn. And the reason I laughed a little bit is there were 3 different yarns that I had done over a period of 2 years from when I was not such a good spinner to now. And in the past, some of it was kind of thick and not as pleasant to work with as the more current yarn that I've done. But I made sure to choose all very soft things so that no matter what, even though it was, a little chunky to knit, that it's still very soft and pleasant to wear. So key is soft, the color is coordinated, and unless the person who receives this watches this show, they will not know that the chunky part was not as pleasant for me to knit as the other parts. But I did really love the whole thing. And what's neat is it is a social project. So you can take it with you to do anywhere, doing anything. You don't have to worry too much. There's not too much to keep track of. And it goes from simple stockinette stitch, garter stitch, and then a couple of eyelet rows that are not hard, and it just repeats again and again. And then there's a lace at the end that is just a little more variance than before, but it's mostly just like knit 2 together, pass over, things like that. Not hard, very pleasant, and just very enjoyable to do. So you can use it, of course, as a shawl for anything you would like, but if you want to partake in the prayer shawl, this is a great one. So definitely check out stitchandunwind.com. There are tons of great things there, and this you can download from that site. People, I have got some fun stuff to talk to you about. All right, I'm gonna start showing you Florida. I love this state, and I've taken lots of photography of Florida, but now fiber is involved. So I'm going to take my very curious, adventuresome self and now travel this state in a different way and share it with you. So I'm going to start exploring the fiber world of Florida, incorporating, hopefully, because it's just brand new, hopefully great images and videos so that you get to see more of it. So a couple of things inspired me. One is seeing posts from other people in other countries, other states, showing me their environment. I'm mostly on the internet for the fiber world. So I'm seeing fiber artists when they go on their trips. Scotland recently, which is somewhere I really want to go, but I got to see her great images of Scotland. I've got to see a fiber teacher showing me the really cool building she's teaching in England. I'm seeing people's farms across this country and other countries, and especially when people show like their yarn shop and then the town that they're in, like, I want to be there so bad. And I thought, hey, I live in a great state. There's a ton of cool things here. And, you know, some people might think of Florida as like beaches and sun and fun, and that's all there is. But there is a lot of history and a lot of character and cool things. And now we're going to find the fiber world together. So I'm going to start picking away at that. And you know what? It's starting very soon. This week, I'm going to the Pioneer Fiber Mill in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. And we're going to learn all about it together. It may be the very next video you see is the Pioneer Fiber Mill in New Smyrna. And I'm just really excited to show it all to you. And from there, we'll just go on to the next. So as I get farms and fiber artists and businesses that are interested in sharing what they do, I will go to them and then I'll share it with you. So I'm excited. It'll be fun. It's kind of cool too, just to pack up the car, because a lot of my trips have involved flying, and that's minimalizing everything. Now the car, I'm thinking, oh, the list is getting longer. Spinning wheel, all the cameras, everything. It's just gonna be really cool. So I look forward to that and to sharing it with you. The other thing in the very early works, and I know this isn't gonna involve all of you, but I want you to know, if you come to Florida, join us. I'm gonna start a meetup group, and it is not gonna be called Rehash Fiber anything. It's called the Tampa Bay Fiber Tribe, and that's what our group called ourselves when we were meeting at the local yarn shop. And then doing things like spin together and such. Well, the yarn shop has since moved to a whole different location away from us, and I'm gonna start a meetup group at a growler bar that has taken over the spot of our yarn shop. So look for Tampa Bay Fiber Tribe on the meetup.com. If you come to Tampa Bay and would like to join us. If you live in the region, please come and join us. And it's just about fun. I mean, I learned everything I learned from, or they started me on the learning of everything I do, because I could hear them, see them, and watch them do all these things, and I was very curious. And the camaraderie of being together, which you all know, it makes it way more fun when we're together. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna start this in my area. It's just down the road for me, and hopefully a group does come together and we do this together. And if you should come, I would love it. I would love to meet you, visit with you, see who's watching the show, and that'd be great. So 2 fun things going on. All right, so the show can always use your help. If you're enjoying watching Rehash Fiber, please go to my website, rehashfiber.com. On there you can get to Patreon, and there you can contribute as little as $3 a month, and it helps with the show. There are costs to do all this, and I love it, but the facts are there's cost to keep it going. So I really would appreciate your support. Also, merchandise, you can go there and buy anything with the logo on it, and I have some variety in the logos there, and also the Got Kiviute shirt. So I invite you to check it all out, help just a little bit, very appreciated. Enjoy your On the Wings of a Prayer shawl if you make it, and I know the person that receives it will love it. So happy knitting, and thanks for watching.